Oh, my Lord. Oh.
Andy Redcliffe, when did you start handcuffing children?
We just got them out of the tornado district in time, Judge. They was braiding rope for 'em down there.
What did you do, boy?
Nothing, Judge. Please, sir. I didn't do nothing.
We couldn't wait for the girl to identify him.
Then how do you know he did anything?
Bloodhounds treat him, Judge.
Bloodhounds. Let me hear the boy.
I was just walking out to the old plantation, like you told me, to help with the tobacco time, Judge. Them dogs spied me, and I started running. I made it to the piney woods, but they kept gaining. So I climbed a tree. The dogs kept leaping and snapping at my heels. Then these white gentlemen came and took me down. Lots of white gentlemen were coming up the road, hollering.
Lucky for him, we were so close to them bloodhounds.
Andy, you know a bloodhound's a fool dog. This boy may be guilty, and then again, it may be a case of mistaken identity on the part of the bloodhounds. Now, you take this boy to a clean cell and take care of him.
I see.
Oh, that's what's been going on. You guys couldn't even hear me. Lord have mercy. 25 minutes into the film, and all those things that I said, and you guys couldn't hear a word. Fantastic. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. All right, let's try this again. All right, here we go. Again, I saw no votes on this last minute idea to give you guys the option of choosing between The Brother from Another Planet from mid 80s 1984, I think, or the 1950s film, which is the reboot of the 1930s Judge Priest. The Sun Shines Bright. That's the original plan. If we get no votes, we'll stick to it. But in the meanwhile, let's watch these clips. And then if nobody votes by then, I'll just go ahead and we'll watch it all the way through. Again, good news for a change. I got a second job, contract job. The terms of it are a bit murky, from what I understand. Potentially $4,500 a month for some work. It's basically kind of like ghostwriting. I'll be editing videos for a channel, which is I love to do. And it's not Hollywood, but I got to say it's better than Hollywood because it's not Hollywood. It's actually for a Christian content creator. So, yay. And a popular one. So the stuff I'll be doing will be reaching people. So that'll be good. So yeah, a lot of things to feel good about. If that works out, I'll be able to, God willing, break even. But hey, I'll be doing what I love and breaking even. So it's, it's definitely a step in the right direction. Pray for me there. Hopefully that works out. All right, so let's get into this clip.
Oh. Andy Redcliffe, when did you start handcuffing children?
Isn't it something he looks a lot like Stepin Fetchit? It's not him.
We just got him out of the tornado district in time, Judge. They was braiding rope for him down there.
What did you do, boy?
Nothing, Judge. Please.
Man, the language and the acting, really good.
I didn't do nothing.
We couldn't wait for the girl to identify him.
I didn't do nothing. Oh boy. I don't know if that's cultural or if that's something that was made to be cultural by Hollywood. But evidently this "I didn't do nothing" line has been prominent throughout Hollywood for decade after decade after decade. What timing for that? Not good timing. So yeah, whoever that is, my apologies. Yeah, so anyway, let's get back to it.
And how do you know he did anything?
Bloodhounds treat him, Judge.
Bloodhounds. Let me hear the boy.
I was just
So, hold on, we'll get to it.
walking out to the old plantation, like you told me, to help with the tobacco time, Judge. Them dogs spied me, and I started running. I made it to the piney wood.
By the way, this trope of blacks being shipped over by only the white European as slaves and treated like they were, all of them, by all the whites, and they're doing nothing but picking cotton and tobacco and being killed. This Hollywood propaganda. I mean, yeah, there's some truth to it, but just like propaganda, they use truth and they bend it, and exploit it and exaggerate it and even lie about it. So blacks, again, there were black slave owners, by the way. Did you know that? There were black business owners. Not to mention, not every slave or indentured servant, whatever you want to call it, was being beaten on every minute by whip or whatever for no reason at all. And I'm not, trying to make excuses for slavery. I'm just telling you what the gang from Chad Jackson and he is Blanchard and Chuck, Teach 'em Chuck and all that, Keisha King, they're exposing with proof, not only firsthand proof from people themselves that are old enough to speak about their experiences in the early 20th century, but again, firsthand accounts from writers or people of the time and so on. And so, never mind secondary, but primary sources, and of course they're black too themselves. I mean, not that old, but I mean, from the late 20th to the current, they can speak on that. And this is what they're saying. It's all bull. And the MLK documents are now undisclosed, and so they're digging into that too. Yeah, it's just. But yeah, at this point, you should have no doubts. Nobody should be saying, well, mass media did not affect me.
But they kept gaining. So I climbed a tree. The dogs kept leaping and snapping at my heels. Then these white gentlemen came and took me down. Lots of white gentlemen were coming up the road, hollering.
Lucky for him, we were so close to them bloodhounds.
Andy, you know a bloodhound's a fool dog. This boy may be guilty, and then again, it may be a case of mistaken identity on the part of the bloodhounds.
So, now the bloodhounds are racially profiling? Oy vey. Now, don't get me wrong. Dogs is, I know it's going to upset a lot of people because now I'm challenging your sense of reality. Thank you, Disney. Thank you, mass media. Thank you, green agenda. Thank you, paganism, which idolizes nature and animals. But an animal is an animal at the end of the day, and a dog is a pretty stupid dog. It's a pretty stupid animal. Oh no, how dare he? But I saw a dog. Shut up. Just shut up. Grow up. Will you just grow up already? Dogs are dumb as shite, and that's why they lick their shite, they eat the shite. I mean, yeah, they're loyal, they're nice, they're cute, and they do some things that are intelligent for an animal by animal standards, because we have such a low expectation for animals because they are dumb. When we see something that's beyond that low standard, it's like, whoa, okay, but keep it real. Don't go on about, well, they're actually, better than people. Well, in some cases, we're talking about libtards. Those libtards, when they say that, yeah. In their case, they're right. I would say animals are better than them, but short of that, grow up, will you? Get real.
You take this boy to a clean cell and take care of him.
Okay. Yeah, take him to a clean cell, take care of him because, yeah. All right. Oops. Yeah, let's not do that one. Let's do this one first. So this is the cold start. Again, I'm going to have to go back tomorrow. It takes for a while to process for some reason, and clip out the first 25 minutes where you guys can't hear me. My apologies. Rookie mistake. But anyways, so this is from the cold start. So let's take another more in-depth look at this one. And this is again, or I'm sorry, that was the cold start we just watched. This is the removed scene from, or what was going to be the removed scene from the original Judge Priest, the 1930s film that we've already did a watch party for. But yeah, again, this is 20 years later with all kinds of other creative things and changes being made. So let's take a look. 5 minutes long, but we'll break it up.
Judge, you know that Michael from the Tornado District is out there coming to get that boy U.S. He's gone plumb lynching bees, got grass ropes, lighted not pine torches, and got filing pieces. Better telegram the governor and get some soldiers, get a whole lot of soldiers.
Okay. So that's Stepin Fetchit. Can anybody understand what he's saying? And I know he's doing the whole minstrel play, the vaudeville. He's got the vaudeville background, like we talked about Jeff Fox, where they, exploiting the, you're a redneck if, making millions off of that, getting famous for it. Stepin Fetchit, again, we talked about how that's actually a stage name. A name that of a winning racehorse that he took. Yeah, we talked about his private life, how he, mixed race couples, repeatedly divorced because he was beating his wives brutally, throwing them down stairways and blooding up their faces and all that stuff. His son, New Jersey Turnpike, massacred a bunch of people, black militants. So, became a Muslim himself, Muhammad Ali, friend, Malcolm X. I mean, yeah, even though he was a multimillionaire of his time, ended up declaring bankruptcy. We never heard that one before. Yeah, I mean, it's just, yeah. And so, yeah, called the laziest black man in America or something like that because of this routine that he's doing. It's just, it's a bit much. But it's a play off of the whole, the black slaves were doing the yes massa routine, just basically trying to drive white people crazy with this irritable behavior, the slow going, dumb playing, plain stupid, as we say, kind of routine.
Ain't got time for soldiers. Dink by them.
You know what the reality is like from the mid 20th century on, the exact opposite of this happens. It's really the anti-white revolutionaries, as they call them. Really, it's the fascist mobs, and tend to be hypocritical ones at that, especially these days, that are doing all this. Black Panthers, BLM, everyone in between and around, the weathermen even, the libtards, the communists. But yet Hollywood portrays the exact opposite of reality and has been doing so for decades, for generations now. Fooling countless worldwide.
Dink!
Mr. Bynum, he ran away, Judge.
I ain't gonna run away.
The cowardly white. The pathetic cop that's not doing his job. Another Hollywood trope. Again, this is a 1950s film, before the 60s communist revolution. You do the math.
Son.
Judge, can I stay too?
Yeah, you stay, Uncle Players.
Yeah, the only brave people. Okay, whatever. VEY. And if they were in blackface, they would be a BLM mob right here. That would be much more accurate, minus the pitchfork. That's, standard Hollywood trope too. But anyway, whatever. Because, pitchfork, redneck. So we gotta use the pitchforks all the time.
Hey, there he is, Pa.
We got to make sure we put the moonshine nice and prominent. VEY. Oh man, these Hollywood, these Hebrews, man, these Hebrews. When are they going to be held accountable? I mean, I know God will hold them accountable. It says so in the Bible. But what about here in the world?
Boys, I want to have a little talk with you. It ain't gonna do you no good, Judge. We come after this boy. Boy.
Well, that's how it works. When you have a big, angry, drunken, racist mob like this, right? Looking for blood, one person holding their hand up is going to stop them. That's how that works.
Boys, you're all my friends. I eat victuals in your homes when I'm campaigning.
Get out of my way, Billy Priest. You ain't gonna hold no fair trial and drag my poor little gal's name.
Yeah, let's make sure we use the same name. Billy Priest, Judge Priest, the same character, by the way, from Judge Priest, the movie from the 30s, 2 decades before.
Through open court.
It's being dragged more this way, Ruth. You can see that, can't you? Is that the Craig Jurgensen that Teddy Roosevelt gave you?
Oh, yes, Judge. Sure is.
And you used it at San Juan Hill, defending liberty. Now you want to destroy it. We come after that boy, Judge. We don't mean to do you no harm. I know you don't, Buck. I know you don't.
The Civil War. There's another joke. The titles they come up with.
I don't want to threaten you with this deadline. I just want to reason with you. That boy ain't been identified yet. These dogs identified him, didn't they? Sure. All you've got is a word of a fool dog. It's been my experience that a bloodhound is the foolishest dog that is. I don't remember of anybody ever keeping a bloodhound for a yard dog. They're such dad-blasted fools.
Judge, we came here to hang it there, boy. Now, don't you be going ahead and doing something you're going to feel sorry for.
Beaker.
That's why cops use bloodhounds on the regular. Never mind hunters, because you know they're so ineffective. I'm just putting that out there.
I aim to conduct myself so that you'll vote for me come next Tuesday.
Then get out of my way. We'll all vote for you.
Yeah.
Hey, Judge, of course we will.
If that's the price of your support, I won't pay it.
Come on, let's tear down the jail.
Yeah. I'll kill the first man that crosses that line. I don't know which one of you is going to kill me.
Wait, is this Hollywood being pro-guns? Well, they've been pro-guns forever. Not only spaghetti westerns, not only the Italians, throughout Hollywood. Huh. All right.
But I know which one of you I'm going to kill. I don't want to kill you, Judge. I don't want to kill anybody. But so help me God, I'll kill the first man that crosses that line. Even
All right. I would say using God's name in vain, but in this case is defending a life. I'll allow it.
if it was my own brother, I'd kill him. You seem to be the leader of this thing, Buck Ramsey. Just cross that line and get yourself killed. Come on. Come on. Well.
It's interesting how the leaders dress up like some kind of vaudeville minstrel character
They
himself.
know they ain't found the real criminal yet.
Oh, come on, Paul. Let's get on home. Billy Priest, I rode alongside of you and I fought alongside of you. But you're going to live to regret this.
I'm already regretting it. Oy vey. All right. Yeah. So tropes after trope after trope. You know, I mean, there's some good in it again. Yeah, defend the innocent and all that good stuff. I'm definitely not criticizing that, but exploiting that to propagate this anti-European, anti-white, hypocritical, fascist, racist, Hebrew agenda, communist agenda. It's just really disgusting. I got 1950s before the Communist Revolution official. So yeah, all right. So I don't see again any votes yet for making a switch. Should I stick to the original and watch this movie through, even though we just watched a couple of clips, or should I do the brother from another planet from 1980s, which is not only more current, more of a change of pace. Again, my apologies for not having any production notes ready for that. This was really a last minute decision to give you guys the option here, last minute to change it. But yeah, to be honest with you, I personally would prefer that. Since what the heck? Oh yeah, okay. Since we've already watched Judge Priest, and we just watched the quote removed scene. It wasn't actually from the original, obviously, different actors and all that. But in essence, that may have been what it looked like, give or take. But yeah, since we could knock that out, I'm actually leaning towards the brother from another planet, 1984. Any objections in chat, Rumble? Any objections to that? I got a couple of viewers on Rumble. No comments. A viewer on YouTube. No comments. No votes. All right. You know what? I think Yeah, I think executive decision here. I think I'm going to go with the brother from another planet. I'll just put some production notes, post-humanist. I don't know, afterward, at some point. And I'll also, by the way, I will release publicly "The Sun Shines Bright," even though I don't want to. It's obviously a propaganda piece. I don't know. I'll toss a coin on that one. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't release that one. But I will release this one after watching it, "The Brother from Another Planet," publicly. I always do that. And I will see you guys Friday. Again, Friday. I'll likely be sticking to the plan because I'm limited on time again because of a new second job. Taking a lot of time for me. So I won't have time to switch to a review preview of Captain Anti-America, The New World Order. And again, The New World Order was the official original title. They just recently changed it. Yeah, since there's a lot of buzz, I wanted to potentially do that this Friday instead, but I won't have time to do a prepare proper presentation. Those take me like a couple of days, give or take. So, yeah, I just won't have time to do it. I don't think we'll probably just do this Friday. The original plan, Whoopi Goldberg, which again, a home video of her being a pedo and all kinds of things in that. So tune in for that one. Yeah, let's get to it. Let's go ahead and watch The Brother from Another Planet. Without further ado, let me set it up. 1,000 clicks here. While I'm doing that, play this annoying video again. Okay. Yeah. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. All right. Without further ado, here we go. The Brother from Another Planet, 1984. Enjoy. And again, the link to join is in the chat. Feel free to do that anytime as well. We may discuss this afterwards as well too. Here we go. And I've got to say my greeting. Since I did the rookie mistake, it was silence for the first 25 minutes of the stream. Again, happy Of Color History Month, y'all. This film, by the way, came out the same year. Beverly Hills Cop, the original Beverly Hills Cop, came out in 1984, which was, I don't know, kind of a neat thing since we're just coming off of a review from Beverly Hills Cops. Always immigrating to New York. The alien, this alien. And again, the red, right? The communist red. Danger, danger, red. All right. This alien who's black and illegal since he didn't get his documentation. Coming in through New York. Let's see what happens. Not a very famous actor, but he's been in a few movies. One of my other favorites, DC Cab. That's pretty gross. Rated R film. Put your children in the other room. My apologies. Forgot to warn you guys. It's rated R. Don't worry, he's not human. It's okay. Whatever that means. So we get it. An alien who happens to be black crash lands on Earth, on Ellis Island of all places. And we see that he's critically injured, but for him, it's no big deal. So he's got some kind of superhuman, let's say, features or properties. Is this a promo for hopscotch? What's going on here? If this film is in Italian, I'm going to die. Hey, pepperoni, no salami. I mean, this is Ellis Island, so I wish they'd included subtitles in this. I'm guessing this is supposed to be some kind of telepathic power since there's nobody there. I guess he's hearing voices that were there before or something like that. Who knows? We shall see. The World Trade Center. Wow. Ain't that's wow. Ah, so he's like Wolverine. He regenerates. Never heard of a toenail clipper, man? Good gravy. That looks like fun, but I can't help but wonder how it smells. I was about to say, this doesn't seem like New York at all, but now, at least for the early 80s, now it does. I mean, anyone's been in New York knows that even at like 4 a.m., there's people, walking around. So this looks more like a, I don't know, World War III scene or something.
You know that Sarah working the children's department. The woman was there to overthrow the entire organization. Every time I see a woman taking the time,
Interesting choice of music here too.
조금만 조금 있다고. 토마토 조금 있어. 상자도 가져와. 나에게 가져와. 너는 이것이 뭐든지 아느냐? 이놈이라 생각해? 너는 나무에서 따먹는 것 같구나. 여기서 나야. 무엇을 도와드릴까요?
Unfortunately, I know how he feels. Oh man, is that racist or what?
도둑이야, 도둑! police! police!
He's misunderstood. Don't you get it?
Bing! Bing again! Bing!
Bing!
Of course, the goofy-looking white cop. Nice casting again. Too inadequate. Can't catch him. Go figure. Oh, can't wait for the blasphemy scene? Let's see. Okay. Blasphemy. So basically, wrongfully accused white cop harassing a black guy for no reason, like a Jesus figure. No, wow, Hollywood. Wow.
Damn, Odell.
Dumbass, this machine is fucked.
It is. You fucked it.
Is that my spaceship right off the screen? Well, not even close to it.
Maybe it was internal malfunctions.
Internal malfunctions.
Spaceship doesn't have to get hit by nothing to crash. Some of them get internal malfunctions, like when the astronauts cash in their tickets. That's what usually did it. Can I help you, brother?
Mr. American Ninja. If you ever watched the American Ninja series, those are a hoot. You should check them out. It's good popcorn flicks.
That's the seat McVeigh was sitting on the night Percy Williams shot him. Don't nobody like to sit on that seat.
Something the matter, brother?
There's a power in that seat.
Machine is fucked.
Internal malfunctions.
Damn, did it again.
They say it won't be long before all those satellites they sent up there years back gonna be crashing back down to Earth. Insides wear out up there. Things go haywire.
Oh, man, they just get tired. You know, start out with this orbit that's real high and wide, and the next time around you get a little closer to Earth, the next time a little closer, and so on, so gravity hook into it to come crashing down. You hear some noise on your roof, then you got a Sputnik sizzling in the living room.
Get you something to drink, brother?
Maybe you don't drink.
Man, don't drink. What are you coming to a bar for?
Man is a fugitive from a chain gang. He got 100 of on him.
Man's a wino. He should be out on the street.
Damn, Odell getting hard-hearted since he on this bar.
Yeah, Dale, ain't nobody after the charges on. Let the man sit.
Got bloodhounds at his heels.
He's got internal malfunctions, if you ask me.
Damn, Odell, look at it now. Look what it's doing. Looks like that thing they hook up to the dude's heart for surgery on TV.
You broke it, huh?
I ain't break nothing. Damn machine up and quit on me.
You sure you don't want nothing to drink, brother?
I want my quarterback.
You know what's on them satellites coming crashing down? Diseases. Diseases we ain't even got a name for. Space germs.
Can't nothing live out in space, man. Not even germs. No atmosphere. Odell, get my quarterback.
These ones can.
Man sat on the death seat and he built it. His seat's got a power to it.
Sit down, Smokey. You'll get dizzy again.
Huh? Oh, this machine has had it. Get my quarterback, Odell.
Fly, I loaned you that quarter in the first place. Hey, brother. Do you speak English?
Necesito una carta de su landlord diciendo que ha cambiado su alquiler. ¿Usted cree que me lo van a dar?
Get everything eventually, huh?
Every time I come in here, I bring that whole damn folder. Birth certificate, death certificate, doctor's certificate, job certificate, landlord certificate, tax form, receipts, bills. And every time I come in, the one little piece of paper I ain't got is the one they want.
Brown,
If I was 10 years younger, I'd take another job and be shedded a whole lot of it. Man, tell me I got to be recertified because the regulations is changing. Ain't nothing changing. He just lost the damn form. You look at that pile on his desk. He can't even find a telephone under that pile on his desk. No way he gonna find my ABC form.
Mrs. Brown, I think...
Got egg salad all down his front. Every time he talks to me. And it ain't even lunchtime yet.
Mrs. Brown, I'll take over your recertification if you want me.
Man wanted my folder, but I wouldn't give it to him. He done lost my whole life under that pile on that desk. Do he wash?
Oh, Mrs. Brown, look, I'm out of here in a half an hour. If we're gonna get this thing done, I'm gonna need you.
They never should have let him pass the civil service test. Man don't wash.
The man is deaf, the man is crazy, or the man is a wino.
Takes one to know one, Smoke.
Deef?
When did we have that new sign put up?
Let me see. That was the day Mookie Wilson stole home.
Late August.
Yeah.
I can't find the bill.
Always these references.
Put it up, and you can't write.
Don't be smart. What you want for dinner?
You mean what do I want, or what do I want that you can cook?
Oh! Well, in that case, where are you taking me for dinner?
Yeah, what do you want to have?
You mean what do I want, or what do I want that you can afford? Smokey, what is he doing?
Diagnosis. Pour me a drink, Odell. Stop.
Maybe it's messed it up now. Give me another quarter, Odell.
Just gonna bust it up some more.
How about Chinese food, Dale? Think you can handle that?
As long as the menu's in English. You know I don't eat anything I can't pronounce. What are you doing with that drink, Smoke?
Diagnosis.
So don't eat Chinese food. I guess it's okay to be racist if you're black, even in the 80s and earlier, of course.
Crazy. The man is definitely crazy.
How about Szechuan rice?
No, I don't go down there.
Oh, come on, Odell, don't be that way.
Baby, you name me one thing. One thing. They got below 110th Street that we ain't got up here. You name it. I'm stopping in the bar.
Hey, it's cooking.
Hey, Sam. What it is, brother?
Yeah.
Man, still got them soft hands.
Hi, Sam. Try not to break anything valuable.
Come just in time, Sam. You got a client.
I'm off duty.
Check out the guy in the corner.
Who's this talking? Man's crazy. I give him a test.
You don't talk, neither.
What am I supposed to do?
You the city, Sam. You're supposed to figure out where to put it.
Men's shelter? It's all smelly there. Okay, the Hilton. You got the time?
What they pay you for up there?
I just make phone calls. You want them out, you can call the cops.
Cops? Oh, man.
You know the death seat when he sat down on it. It's not like I got to go drum up more business for the city, you know? Hi. What's your name?
Man, don't talk, Sam.
Habla español? ¿Cómo se llama? Vous êtes haïtien, monsieur. Parlez-vous français? What's that he talking?
Man might be Haitian.
Can't move.
Sam, Haitians got diseases, man. Voodoo germs. You drank out of that glass he touched, Smokey.
Man, ain't no Haitian. Can you talk? Nod your head, yes or no.
Only people got worse disease than the Haitians is the Polynesians.
This is yes.
Them poor suckers got leprosy.
This is no. Can you talk?
You got leprosy. First thing happens, your penis drops off.
You can't talk, but you can understand.
Damn. Bust again. Why'd you get somebody here to fix this thing, Odell?
You're the only fool that comes in here and play. You don't even use your own quarters.
Who gonna spend their own quarters on a machine and always bust half of the game?
He got up on his feet.
After drop off, they just don't seem to care no more.
Messing with the space shooter.
You go to them Polynesian islands, you see some long faces, man. Don't never go drinking out of somebody else's glass like that, Smokey.
He fixed it. The brother fixed it. How you do that, man?
Say, brother, how did you fix that machine?
You don't go sending somebody can fix a machine like that to no being shelter. The brother got talent.
Yo, Sam, you know Bobby's wife's been taking him boarders now and then.
Bobby Carter's wife?
Yeah, you know, big white girl.
She's an ADC. She better watch her ass.
What, you a cop or something? Anything work, Odell?
I just don't want her to lose her benefits, that's all. She's not my case.
Another thing you don't want to do is sit on no toilet over there, neither. Polynesian.
Walter, my man, you a space shot. You know that? You're cruising the stratosphere.
You know how to fix things? Man's got talent. Where you from, bro?
Uptown?
South Bronx? Man from South Bronx. They all crazy up there. What if he's dangerous, though? I mean, it's just her, the kid, and Bobby's mother.
Dangerous? Sam, you get to be a real pussy since you moved downtown. Come back home, it's all dangerous.
I never lived here, Fly.
Sam's from Englewood.
What's that?
It's in New Jersey.
You let people know that?
I hear that playing those machines too much does something to your brain cells.
Look here, Sam. I think she's charging $50 a week, room and board.
You got any money?
You the city, Sam. You pay for them.
Every man's got a...
Yep. Yours is drinking.
Yeah. And I'm the best, too.
Hey, Sam. Don't tell Bernice.
Make some phone calls, Sam. Get the man a job. Why you had to give me one, too?
26, Walter. Yes, what?
Thank you, sir. My wife calls. I have not been here.
In this bar on this planet.
I'll walk him over. It's on my way to the subway.
Come on. Come on, brother. Sam, before you go, you got a quart I can borrow?
Say hi to Snow White. David's cookies. Come on. See you later, guys.
If I was you, I'd throw that glass away.
I can't promise you anything, but I'll make some phone calls. And I'm afraid you're going to have to come into the center and go through some paperwork. I hate to do this to you, but I got to cover my ass on this one. We might be able to get you set up somewhere, but it takes a little time. Hey, brother. Come on, man. It's been a long day. I got a couple ideas on some jobs, if you can really fix things. If this doesn't pan out, I'm going to have to take you over to the men's shelter.
Nice dance, man. Boy, this pajamas and shit, man.
You don't talk, huh? Well, that's good. You don't talk people into things. You don't talk, you don't lie. My Bobby, he's off living with this other girl. He's always talking people into things. He's great at that. If they had it in the Olympics, he'd win a gold medal. Bobby. I met him up at this place, and he comes up to me, and he starts talking. Next thing you know, I'm big as a house with little Earl here. Bobby's sweet, if he doesn't get bored with you or see something he likes better right across the street. You eat pork? Well, you don't eat it, you're out of luck tonight, because that's what we're having. Of course, you don't talk, so you can't complain, right?
Oh, yeah?
Mother's gonna come home and complain now, like she's some kind of gourmet cook.
I cut my knee.
My philosophy is, you got complaints, you just go eat somewhere else. My mama made us clean our plates every night, and she couldn't cook worth shit. She couldn't even cook like pudding, She cooked chocolate pudding, and there'd be these lumps in it like tumors, like what people with breast cancer have cut out.
Get up there with that bucket. Why, you... Look here, muscle brain. You pour the water down, and Mophead here will stand under and see if it leaks. Hey, watch out with that ladder.
There was 6 of us. I'm from Alabama. Can you handle that? Pitcock, Alabama. I'm up here taking care of the old lady and little Earl, and he's off making time with some girl. Doesn't have any more sense than I did when I was her age. You could see me now. Where are you from? You look like you might be from the South. No way I'm going back there. Not with little Earl, I'm not. I burn my bridges. Here. You look like you might be about Bobby's size. Serves him right. He didn't even come by to pick up his stuff. This stuff is going to rot your brain. Sometimes I feel like I have been taken for a slave up here. They have them, white slaves, the Arabs. It's like a whole nother world up here. whole nother planet. That's right. You know, with all the talking he did, Bobby didn't ever tell me how I couldn't go back, not unless I give up little Earl. And that's one thing I'm not ever going to do. You know, it's the one thing Bobby gave me that he didn't take back later. I got to stay and keep little Earl safe from all that mess outside.
Hello, hamster.
Shoes are almost new. He didn't wear them but once or twice. Your mother's okay, you know. She's got a good heart. But she resents it because she thinks I drove Bobby away from her. He said he couldn't wait to get out of here. He said it was like being in jail here. And now he says that he's really in love and all this stuff. Like he doesn't remember that he said the exact same things to me when we first met. Like I got no memory. Like I got no feelings.
I wonder where this hamster's from.
Worse is being alone here all day. Little Earl. Yeah, but he talks just about as much as you do. And when he does, he's 5 years old. Sometimes I just think I'm gonna go crazy living up here like this. You eat pork?
Burrito.
Oh, I didn't marry her for her cooking.
He didn't marry me, period. You're lucky you missed the rain.
Who's that?
Porter.
What's his name?
I don't know. He doesn't talk. They brought him over from Odell's. He's nice.
What's he wearing Robert's clothes for?
They fit.
What's Robert gonna say? He sees somebody walking around in his clothes.
Bobby's got himself a new wardrobe. He don't care, Mama. You gonna work this weekend?
Looks like it.
Well, sit down and put your feet up. I'll bring you some dinner.
Government officials attribute the UFO sightings to commercial air traffic and unusually clear atmosphere.
If Big Earl was still living, he'd straighten that boy out fast. See, you got the TV fixed.
No, it just fixed itself.
Girl, nothing in this world fixes itself. Little Earl, take your nose away from that machine. Come give your grandma some sugar.
Where's his tools? You need tools? Everybody needs tools. Look, just let him try it. If he doesn't fix anything, it's not going to cost you.
He doesn't have parts either. You need parts.
Come on. What's it going to hurt? You might even get some cheap repairs out of it.
Hector!
See, Jefe.
We're in a job corps. Come and get this guy.
Here it is, brother. Pinball graveyard. I've been bugging Mr. Lowe to unload these turkeys for months. Mr. Lowe says you don't talk. ¿Me entiende, hermano? ¿Dónde viene? ¿Panamá? ¿Venezuela? ¿El norte? ¿De Borinquen? Coño, yo también. Cuando te vi, yo sabía que era puertorriqueño. Qué cosa más grande, brother. ¿De qué pueblo vienes? Hey, man, are you looking for the outlet, brother? There it is, right here, man. Pew. Hey, you gonna fix these machines, brother, or what? Here you go again. Hey, ven acá, quiero enseñarte algo. Man. That's the reason why these suckers all on the blink, man. That girl, well, she can play all day on the court if she don't get bored. Wears the machines down. I mean, she's in here todos los días like a fucking zombie. Bing bang, bing bang, bing bang, bing bang, bing bang. Totalmente loca. Hey, you must be from Carolina, Puerto Rico. That's where all the brothers come from, you know? Like Clemente. He was out of this world, man. He made it to the top without a knife or a gun. He used a baseball bat. Yeah. Anyway, Mr. Lowe is a weasel dick motherfucker, so you watch your ass with him, okay? And if you need anything, llama a Héctor. Huh? Héctor. No más. Buena suerte, hermano.
It's a whole new breed coming up.
Uh-huh.
They don't know. Young bloods got no sense of history coming up. They give themselves some African-sounding name. Jamoka Ali, Rashid Quadruple X. They think they're in touch with the past.
Start up with that again. Walter messes with my game.
I remember when it was history here.
Go light on them cookies, Smoke. Suckers cost a fortune.
They good, though.
Yeah, this was where it was, Fly. Harlem was the place.
Still is, Walter.
Not like it was.
Ain't nothing like it was. That's history, man. Don't stand still for nobody.
Yeah, this is where it was, Fly. Harlem was the end of the line.
I don't see nobody here going nowhere.
Yeah, you hit Harlem. You had made it. Smokey remembers, don't you, Smoke?
Some days I do, some days I don't.
I'd rather be a cockroach on a baseboard up here than the emperor of Mississippi.
I remember certain Saturday nights, how this little boy peeking around my mama's legs. What it was elegant.
Harlem was the place.
Yeah.
End of the line.
Beer. What kind?
Draft. On the rocks. Have any of you seen this man? We have reason to believe he's been in here.
Lots of people been in here. What's his name?
Didn't he tell you?
How the man gonna tell you his name when he can't talk?
Where is he?
Look, y'all got any kind of ID?
ID?
Your badges, man.
Badges?
What badges?
We don't have to show you any badges.
Look, if you're dicks, you got badges.
What makes you think we're dicks?
I could answer that.
Well, look, if you ain't dicks, what the hell am I talking to you for then?
Government?
Who's government?
Immigration.
We have reason to believe this man is an illegal alien.
So at the fucking city, so what?
Could we see your green card, mister?
Green card? Man, what you talking? Green card? Green card my black ass. My people built this country, sucker. You ever been to South Carolina? Huh? My people built that.
Can't build a state, man.
Look, all I know is when they got off the boat, there wasn't nothing there. Now there's shopping malls and, what's that shit? Miniature golf from nothing. Ask me for a green card. My people was in the revolution, Jim. How long you been here?
Keep the change, sport.
That's $2, man.
We'll be back.
White folks get strange all the time. Hey, Jefe, taking lunch now, okay?
How's the color fella doing in the back?
Oh, I haven't heard a peep out of him.
They're clever with their hands are colored, but they forget things. This one forgot his tools. No management skills.
Oye, Jefe, tú no sabes manejar mierda, okay?
English, Hector. Se habla English here! How's it going in here, brother? You've been a busy man! Since you're all finished here, how's about you keep a lid on the kids while I get a bite? All you gotta do is make change. You know how to make change, don't you? Pepe will be back 10 minutes late as usual. They give you a good day's work for Spanish, but they got no sense of time.
You the new fix-it man? Fast as you can fix these things, I can wear them down. Don't make them fast enough. I'm playing like warp 10 on everything in here. Playing max on the difficulty scale, and still, I'm totally inside their time, you know? You know what that's like? It's like everything in the world is going slow motion, except you. Boring, right? Can't do nothing about it. You know everything that's gonna happen before it does. Can't change it. Just shoot it down when it comes. Bad enough in here. You should see what it's like at home. Do you know what I'm talking about? Just once I wish it could be me going slow motion. Everything else zipping past. Hey, what are you doing? Hey, all right. No way you beat me, though. I'll wear you down. fantastic.
Excuse me. You want to see a card trick?
Uptown VEY Express, the
Oh, really?
59th Street next.
It's a story.
59th Street next.
Move over. Okay, move over. Okay, I'm going to tell you a little story about Joe and the bartender. The bartender goes to Joe, you know, business has been real slow in my bar, Joe. I was wondering if you could go out and get 4 of your drinking buddies to come drink at my bar. I'll give you $2. Joe goes, sure, I could use the money. So Joe goes out, cut the cards. So Joe goes out, and Joe's gone 5, he's gone 10, he's gone 15, he's gone 20, he's gone 26 minutes, and he comes back huffing and a puffing, and he says, all right, Mr. Bartender, here's your 4 guys to drink at your bar. Bartender goes, great, Joe, there's your $2. So they're just sitting around the bar talking. The bartender goes, you know, Joe, these 4 guys, they're kind of lonely, Joe. I was wondering if you could go out and get 4 girls to drink with the 4 guys. I'll give you $2 more. Joe goes, sure, that's easy. I got lots of girlfriends. So Joe goes out and the cards. That's right. Okay, I'll do it for you. So Joe goes out, and Joe's gone 5, he's gone 10, he's gone 15, he's gone 17 minutes, and he comes back huffing and puffing. He says, all right, Mr. Bartender, there's your 4 girls to drink with the 4 guys. Bartender goes, great, Joe, there's your $2. But Joe, it took you so long to get the girls. The guys, they left, Joe. So do me one last favor. Go out and get me 4 more drinking buddies, 2 cases of Ace High whiskey, change for 2 20s. I'll give you $2 more. The last time I'll send you out. Joe goes, sure, but I'm sick of going out. I don't want to go out anymore. So cut the cards. Go ahead. For you again. So Joe goes out, and this time Joe hurries back. He's gone 5, he's gone 10, he's gone 15 minutes, and he comes back and he says, all right, Mr. Bartender, there's your 4 drinking buddies, your 2 cases of Ace High whiskey, and your change for 2 20s. Bartender goes, great, Joe, there's your $2. Thanks a lot. So they're just sitting around the bar talking. The bartender goes, are you a family man, Joe? He goes, I sure am. I got 7 kids, 4 boys, 3 girls. Bartender goes, I got 7 kids, 3 boys, 4 girls. That's great, Joe. How old are you, Joe? Well, I'm 67. My wife, she says she's 55. She's really 65. Oh, that's great, Joe. Joe, are you a gambler, man? I sure am. I play at the 96 Club on 42nd Street. The other night, I won $499. My partner, he had a full house, aces over 8s, which usually wins, but I said, not this time, sucker. I got a straight flush. I have another magic trick for you. You want to see me make all the white people disappear?
59th Street, Columbus Circle, 125th Street next. This is the Uptown VEY Express going to 27. Change for the WWII local across the platform. The D. On the upper level, change for the number 1 Broadway.
See?
Street.
What'd I tell you?
Uptown VEY, 125th Street next.
No, we're not late. Look, it says here, Professor Maxwell, seminar participants only, wine and cheese.
Oh, good, I'm starving.
4 o'clock, there we are. Now we just gotta find the, Ed, do you recognize any of this?
You mean the architecture?
No, the neighborhood, actually. I don't seem to remember seeing quite so many.
Maybe it's the back way in. I remember there was a gate, and you could see the library.
Yeah, I don't see the library, Ed.
It was behind a wall.
I think we're in Harlem, Ed.
That's not where we want to be.
No, it isn't. You haven't been paying attention, have you, after we got out of the subway?
Well, I couldn't tell you like where the subway entrance is or how to find it. Is that what you mean?
We're lost. We're lost in Harlem.
I don't think we're gonna make that reception.
No. Couple of beers, please. Yeah, bud. Hi.
How's it going? We're in for the self-actualization conference at the university. See, I got you.
You know where the subway is?
Good notes.
We're from Indiana.
That's right next to Illinois. Where Chicago is.
He knows that, Ed.
Well, a lot of folks around here don't have a very clear picture of the Midwest.
Can you, like, point in the direction of the subway? He's right. That's where it is.
So, where are you from?
I mean, I didn't want to be like Ernie Banks. I wanted to be Ernie Banks.
Mr. Cub.
And it never really dawned on me that he was black. You know.
Wrist hitter.
I was, 7 years old. He was just Ernie Banks. He was my hero.
All in the wrists.
There weren't any black people in my town. At least I don't think there were.
Mr. Cub.
It's 8 o'clock. Jeez, will you look at that? This is really something, huh? Wander in here off the street. I mean, if people would sit down and talk like this more often.
Communication. That's what it's all about.
3 blocks south, 1 block east, subway entrance. You want the A train, downtown.
Okay, right, thanks.
That's quite a grip you got there.
Give me 5, brother.
Thanks a million, folks.
You a popular man today, brother. You know, there were 2 others in here earlier looking for you.
Men in black. No, man, white skin, black clothes. And they were stranger than these 2. Motherfucker, hand it over. Come on, fucker. Cut your fucking face. Put it out here. He's retarded, man. He don't know what you're saying. Fucking retarded. He's just holding out. The money, mister. Give him your money. Hurry up, punk. That's for holding out, motherfucker. Pick it up, Willis. You got blood all over it, Ricky. I've been hustling your butt. I'll cut your ass, too. Let me go, mister. Let me go.
There was blood on the floor at the bottom of the stairs tonight. I hope one of them poor boys hangs out there didn't get hurt.
They're not poor boys, Mama. They're junkies. They bust that light down there again?
Light was out.
Just put a lock on that front door. I'm gonna wring his neck.
Where you from? Si su estatus de extranjero ha cambiado, tiene que traer verificación, como recibo de registración o entrada de refugiado condicional. Bueno, pero espera.
Noreen, did a client come in while I was out? Black man, about 30-something, kind of strange, doesn't talk.
No. No, sure.
Third interview he's crapped out on this week.
More power to him if he can do it without us.
Wondering why, out of the madness, out of the blue, out of the past, you come tearing us open too, burning my heart out in the darkness, always wondering why, burning my heart out in the darkness, all for the sake of a lie, for the sake of a lie.
Just the kinds of people in the world. Why can't we fall in love? Just the kinds of people in the world. They are a boy and girl.
Boy meets girl and love begins. Oh, what a feeling you get from within. For I should know, 'cause I'm in love. I'm the boy who told the girl of the stars up above.
Just the kinds of people in the world. Why can't we fall in love? Just the kinds of people.
should know, because I'm in love. I'm the boy who told the girl of the stars up above.
The girls and I had our first hit. Hope you like it.
That's how it is, brother. Cover charge is $15. All you got is 5 and some change here. If the boss wasn't around, I would slip you by, but he's been in my ass all night. Some other time, all right? Yo, brother, you forgot your money.
Welcome to Babylon, brother. You got that far away look in your eye. Come out here with 10 span realizing the truth, I think. There's many appearing out there for your brother. Don't want to lose your way. Let Virgil guide you, man. Inform you on the ways of the night. Children withering away up here, brother. Worshipping the idol of capital. Lusting after the false salvation of here and now. Black brother and sister perishing up here, man. Waiting for scrap from oppressor table. Oppressor got us so hosted. Doing tricks to get reward. Oppressor need a slave, him find it here. Oppressor need a harlot, him find it here. Oppressor don't need here at all. Him wipe it away from the mark.
You fellas want to party?
All people on the street at night time,
Let's
brother.
not give you a blowjob if you
One
get
them
what you
whole.
Huh?
Look at what we own.
You think you can fix it?
Everything Babylon make, everything it taking, it's shit out here.
Hey, listen. Listen, it's a bargain. Hey, Momhead, bring your handsome friend back here.
Nighttime is promised, brother. You make deals in the night. Pay all you got for what you can see. And Every sun come up illuminate, we've been cheated again. All the people as I walking streets at night time, brother. All the people feeling. People dream, people fear, people hatred. All that eating your heart in the day. All them feeling too dangerous to show the oppressor. Come out prowling for confrontation at night time. We're killing each other on these streets, brother. This place not your own, brother. Virgil don't have to inform me this. Here, brother. Take the shit back. Just for a night, take the shit back. Just for a night, take the ship home to the promised land.
Again, has his brother not heard of a toenail clipper? Stealing. I had a Brazilian friend who called that kind of graffiti chicken scratch. It's about right. Promoting self mutilation. This is not that uncommon with Hollywood too. Again, just the other Beverly Hills 1984 movie that was promoting the Podesto art.
No entiendo inglés.
You say that in English?
Bueno, ¿y cómo ustedes creen que yo voy a hablar con dos pendejos, uno vestido como fucking Roy Orbison y el otro como Johnny Cash? Si ustedes quieren que yo hable con ustedes, consígame un intérprete.
I think we'll have to speak with your supervisor.
No entiendo.
Still, for special elections expected to be held next month,
Harriet Tubman made over 30 trips back south after she escaped that first time. Now, every time she was in danger of being captured and sent back to the people who had owned her. Men and women who had been slaves made their way, with Harriet's guidance, through hostile countries, going from station to station on the Underground Railroad till they reached New York. Now, New York was the promised land. New York was the end of the line. Gunrunners, bounty hunters would trap them up north and kidnap them back into slavery.
Randy to Carter. We would like to ask you some questions.
If you're looking for Bobby, I have no idea where he is.
We have reason to believe that this man has been living with you.
He comes and goes. Right now he's gone.
Where does he work?
Here and there. He fixes things. What do you want with him?
Immigration.
Immigration. Give me a break. We had a kid overdose right downstairs last night, and you're pestering people about whether they got some piece of paper that says they're legal?
Will he be coming back tonight?
You want to know what my opinion is?
Just facts, ma'am.
My opinion is that you people just made up this immigration scam just to keep people under your thumb.
Is he coming back tonight?
What am I, his mother? Wait for him. See if I care. Just don't do it in my kitchen.
Ma'am, have you ever looked at his feet?
What are you, sick?
Sisters betting it, getting it, letting it take them away from the street, trying to get away straight from the heart, get away straight from the sun, get away straight from the city. Hey, yeah, yeah.
You gonna sit on that all night? Very funny. Look, can I get you another drink? I don't care, but the boss has been on my ass all night. Good. I'll get you another.
Get away. Can't get away. Can't get away. Oh, get away straight from the heart. Get away straight from the start. Get away straight from the city. Hey, yeah, yeah. Get away straight from the heart. Get away straight from the start. Get away straight from the city. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Listen, I'm gonna sit here for a minute, but don't get any ideas, all right? The man that owns this club has been on my ass since I opened here, and I'm trying to keep him off of it. So if he comes by, you are my gentleman friend from Philadelphia, okay? Well, what's your name, honey? You can't talk? Well, some alibi you gonna be. You can hear, can't you? You like my singing? Oh, well, my voice isn't what it used to be when I was with the girls, but it's got character.
There you are, Precious. How's my girl tonight?
Mr. Price, this is Louis. Louis is from Philadelphia.
Pleased to meet you, Louis.
Louis doesn't talk.
Well, that's so. Well, that's awful. That's just terrible. Must leave you out the conversation, huh, Louis? Hey, look here, Precious. What I found digging through the office. Must have been taken 15 years ago.
Oh, look at this, Louis. This is me and the girls. We were just kids.
You were flying high. In them days,
Yeah.
must have felt like it would last forever.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when you were working the Apollo, I had to stand in line to get a ticket.
That'll happen.
Yeah. Standing out in the rain a whole hour just to see my favorite singer. And now here you are, working my club.
Here I am.
You know, it's funny how when one is shooting up, the other's tumbling down. Must be a law of nature.
It's real funny.
But there's always some point when the one shooting up and the one tumbling down is on the same level. Even if it's just for one little second.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering now, after your last set tonight, maybe you and I
Mr.
could...
Price, I'm so sorry. Lewis and I have made other plans.
Well, that's just too bad, isn't it? Nice talking to you, Lewis. Flying high. In them days.
I will never tumble down that low. Another drink. Thank you. Mm. Now, do you really like my singing? Really? As long as I have been listening, I still haven't gotten used to them. I like to go blind, flapping them around in bed. I'll only be a second, honey. You haven't gone to sleep on me now, have you? Look, make a noise if you're still awake, okay? I have been out with some guys who were quiet, but this really takes it. You know, I don't do this a lot. People think because you're on tour, you're always sleeping around, but it's not true.
I ain't
Well,
no
most
thief.
tours it's not.
I'm an honest hoe. And all my hoes is honest.
When we were young and foolish and still singing in bowling alleys. Of course, that all changed when I hooked up with Rodney. Boy, you know, I hardly even think about Rodney anymore. But as bad as things got, I sure miss the girls. I didn't waste any time getting comfortable, did you? Well, here I am. Still interested.
I'd buy that for $1.
How come I like you so much? You could be anybody. Louis, hey, try and stay with me, okay? I mean, let's forget about that woman that you saw on stage. It's just you and me, okay?
Well, isn't that special?
I'm flying at 4, so I've got to be to Kennedy by 3 o'clock. I remember when Rodney decided to go on the road with me. As long as he didn't have to carry my bags, he said. He wouldn't even let me carry him. Sometimes we'd have to wait for half an hour for the porter to come. Rodney was like that, though. Real proud about the little things. You know, I don't know when I'm going to be back in New York because I don't have any bookings after Atlanta. Oh, you were great in bed last night. But you're going to have to do something about them toenails.
How about a little help? Come on, put it in the hole, man. Come on, brother. Come on. Come on, shoot it up. Come on. All right. Funny looking motherfucker, but he can shoot, can't he? So, how long you been up here, pal? I mean, you a native or what? My first day in this precinct. The partner upstairs has been handing me all kind of horror stories. Like, you know how they're gonna cook me, eat me alive up here. I don't look out what I'm doing. Can't be all that bad, I figure. It's pretty damn nice to me, Harlem. You know, like people are people, right? I mean, you put on a uniform, it's not like you hand in your status as a human being. I mean, we're here to protect and serve, right? Like it says on the LA Cruisers on Adam 12. They never should have taken that show off the air. So, what do you think? Yeah, well, take it easy, pal.
Is Sam Prescott in?
Are you clients of his?
We're looking for this man. Ever see him?
Are you gentlemen with an agency?
Immigration. We're working together on this one.
I see. Okay.
This is an interagency request for information form. You both have to complete this and take it to the applications receptionist. That's line 7 in the central office. And I'm going to need documentation on both of you. This can be birth certificate, alien naturalization papers, draft registration, military ID card, military discharge papers. And I'll need a letter from your department heads on official stationery, verifying employment, and something with a picture on it. No student IDs allowed. This is Form 107G. You both have to fill this out and have it notarized.
We'll come back later when Mr. Prescott is in.
And I'll need social security numbers on both of you.
I'm sorry, you just can't stay here. If it was just me, it would be different. But I have little Earl and the mother to think about. I have got to take care of them. I mean, those guys, they just gave me the creeps. Is there anything that you need? Clothes or money or anything? Well, I hope you understand, but whatever it is that you're messed up in, I can't take the chance. It's been nice knowing you.
What if this is as good as it gets?
Oh.
Great deal. Casio's, $40. My low overhead ensures you great savings. Casio 45, $40, $40. Great deal, sir. Great deal, $40. Anyone can be a musician. Just try it. It's great gift. Step right up, play your Casio.
So I say to him, Barry, I wouldn't call what we have a relationship. And he says to me, what would you call it? And I said, we're just seeing each other. And he says, to me, that's a relationship. I said, Barry, call it what you want. To me, we're just seeing each other. I can't believe this guy. I have gone out with him 5 times, and he wants a relationship. Why? I can't believe it. I don't want to get that serious. I mean, I someday want to get married and have babies. But 5 times, he's cute and everything. I mean, I knew he was interested in me right away. Believe me, I knew he was interested in me. I could tell immediately. Can I help you? Do you have an appointment? You can't go in there if you don't have an appointment. Do you have something to deliver to Mr. Vance? Look, go downstairs, have them call up, and we'll get you a floor pass, and we'll start from scratch, okay? Number 1 is short. I mean, he can't help that, but I can't help the way I feel about that. And you know what else? He wears those shirts with the little epaulette things on the shoulders.
Hey, brother, what's happening?
I know how a man feels. My blood ain't worth beans these days.
I heard Bobby's old lady threw him out and counted them guys been looking for him. I wonder how he's making out.
Oh, the flesh is weak. The spirit finds a way.
What was that, man?
I'm open. Dell, hit me. Hit me.
Flea flicker.
Hey, now. Button hook at 10.
Look at them hands.
Z out in 5.
Bump and run. Come on. Woo.
Let him man break his feet.
A ball.
She's a bad, she's a bad. She's a bad, she's a bad.
Where is he?
She's a bad, she's a bad. Your mother, she's a bad, she's a bad. Pick you up too early. Don't you know that you better do it? A couple calls doesn't help now. You should be sleeping. She's a bad, bad. Your mother, she's a bad, she's a bad. She's a bad, she's a bad. Your mother, she's a bad, she's a bad.
Nah, Smokey.
You know, Red, I don't know if you like red hair or not. It's okay and everything. It's not great. He has fabulous hands. It's great. He's from New Hampshire, though. That's kind of weird. I always thought I'd be kind of guy.
Who are you? How did you get in? Who sent you? Gregory sent you? You want some of this? Is that what? Here. Take all you want. Look, whoever's paying you for this isn't paying you what I could. I've got an organization here. We're diversifying. We're moving in every direction. This is nothing. It solves some cash flow problems. Solves some problems on the books. You tell me who sent you, and I'll cut you in. That's what you want, isn't it? Piece of the action? It's stupid to go for just one score. Oh, I knew it was a mistake getting involved with you people. You don't see the big picture. You just don't see.
Who could it be? Who could it be? I just can't imagine who. Could it be Satan?
What are you? Look, Whoever you are, we can still talk. There's still time. I own real estate. Rito.
What? What?
It's like going on a date with a chatty Cathy doll. I expect you to have a little string on your chest, that I pull out and have to snap back. Except I wouldn't pull it out and snap it back. You would. And by the way, when you're telling these little stories, here's a good idea. Have a point. It makes it so much more interesting for the listener.
Are you crazy? Or just plain stupid?
Stupid as stupid does, Mrs. Blue.
I guess.
All right. Let me see if I got one for this. No, I don't. I'll just do the effects myself. And no, I'm not applauding the film. I'm applauding the fact that it's over.
That was interesting.
How's it going,
I
Dan?
gotta
Yeah, like
say
that.
that was not the best movie I've seen.
And you can see why you've never heard of it before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what's the name of this movie?
The Brother from Another Planet, 1984, the same year that Beverly Hills Cop came out. You heard of that one?
Oh.
Yeah.
I
So
didn't
this,
quite
sorry.
get the moral of the story here. Like, just beat the white guy.
Well, yeah, I'm glad you said it in act. Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is again an 80s film, arguably somewhat in between the 21st century rhetoric and propaganda, the rise up BLM stuff, and the 60s communist movement, the satanic movement too, Satan worshiping there too. So, but at any
Yeah.
rate, you can. Sorry.
No, continue.
No, I'm just going to say at any rate, you can see the propaganda is still quite, I mean, identical to those two eras, what we're in now and what what
Yeah,
happened
I
before the
think it
20th
was
century.
catered to like the black man, as they said. Is that the thing?
Well, and again, not even that. I mean, there's tons of blacks. I can't give you, unfortunately, the statistics, but a lot of blacks. I don't know, most, some, I can't tell you what, but they detest this stuff. They hate this stuff. They hate this attitude. But yeah, it's basically catering to it's this racist, genocidal, some call it communist movement. And they call it communist because of the 60s. The whole Black Panthers were spawned by communist organizations and the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, I like how in the credits how it says the brother, the Indian guy, the Hispanic guy.
Yeah. The extras, I know, right?
Nobody has any name. And did he say any word? in the movie?
No. So he was mute for some reason.
Okay.
They made him mute alien.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot to unpack here, but yeah, just to say a little bit more about what you're saying there. What's the point of this movie? What was the plot? Yeah, it's very much like a 21st century film where all they do is take a bunch of talking points, a bunch of propaganda, and string it together, and pretend to have a plot.
I like the fighting part. Actually, it was quite hilarious.
Yes, exactly.
The bad score and the
Yeah.
fighting. The fighting was kind of good, but with the music, no.
Yeah, that was definitely the music was definitely low budget too. They couldn't even try to match it up properly. It was just so bad. Oy vey.
Why did you choose this movie?
Well, yeah, just because it's Black History Month, or I should say, of Color History Month. Yeah, so I
hope
figured. I
can,
mean,
like vote this movie in somehow.
yeah. Well, this is what would you call a BET special, Black Entertainment Television special. It's not really something that was like a blockbuster or by any means back in the day. I do not remember this movie at all. And back then in the 80s, I was already a movie buff, so I have no idea. Yeah, so let me bring up some points that I mentioned during the movie. Let's see. Let's start with. Okay, so the line, "Want to see me make all the white people disappear?" This was the.
I remember
Yeah.
that. That was
Yeah.
interesting.
What do you think of that? I mean, now since you remember it.
Well, just reading it is like I don't know. It has some connotations, perhaps. Um, maybe it was a different time. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, the '80s. Let me say, the '80s is my decade. Let's say, if I could speak on any decade, it would be the '80s. Um, and yeah, there was some racism still, but the racism certainly went both ways. I can't say how far back that goes as far as blacks hating whites. I would imagine since the beginning of them coming in as slaves. But also, the '80s was a time when racism was definitely dying, but pretty much dead. By the '90s, it was
Okay.
dead. It was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say that it has gotten worse or better, but like now, today?
Well, yeah. By design, it's gotten worse, and like I said, by the '90s, racism was pretty much dead. The KKK was passe, was hated on. People were there wasn't that there were racists, but the racists were culturally ashamed to be racist. So they were few and they were in hiding, so to speak. They were,
Okay. Yeah, because I
silent.
thought that's what I thought. Like the '80s were like the maybe the best time to be alive in that terms. So in terms of
Mm.
racism and freedom.
Yeah, exactly. All around, the economy was good. Of course, we're being we're getting in debt, and that's how the commerce was flowing because of the debt. But still, life was good in the '80s all around. And even the
Yeah.
culture, the media. I mean, even they were promoting, as you saw, cocaine and different things. Cocaine was a big thing in the '80s. Um, there was still, some sense of morality. The U.S. had somehow positioned itself as the police of the world. So, um, geopolitically wise, it was a good time for the United States.
And the best music.
Yes, I agree. By far and large, '80s is the best. And it was about love. I mean, not that there wasn't sex and all this stuff being pushed, but the prominent, message was about love, which was nice, romance and that kind of thing, compared to the '70s, which was completely raunchy. The '60s, was transitional and satanic. So it was good times. And then again, we had the Reagans. The Reagans were pushing the "say no to drugs" thing, and there's all these orgs that were coming out of that. So, students against drunk driving and so on. So it was really a good, clean time. Even though again, Ronald Reagan was a Freemason, there was some good that came out of it. And of course, Hollywood star, is a Hollywood product. But at any rate.
Okay.
But let me just speak to this early '80s, late '70s, early '80s. My personal experience. I think I've discussed this before, but for those who may have missed that, this line, want to see me make all the white people disappear." And this came from I'm suspecting a white-looking Hispanic guy. It's a very odd scene, a very weird line to insert in there. But yeah, ironically, similar to that scene, when I was a child playing with my black neighbors, I lived in a black neighborhood. They had a cookout, and one of, I guess, their uncles or friends or the family, whatever, he was out, and I went up to him and asked him a childlike question of, if you could have any wish, one wish, what would it be? His response was a machine gun. And as a kid, I was like, okay, what? And I said, why a machine gun? And he smiled, a big smile, and said, "So I can kill all the white people."
Yeah.
So, yeah,
You must have gone through some stuff, I bet.
I have, all around, both as a foreigner. So whites hated me for being a foreigner, but also blacks hated me for being white. So it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah,
I mean,
you asked all the right questions, I hear.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah. Oy vey. All right. So going to the next thing. Unless you had something else you wanted to add to that?
No, not really. No.
Okay. So the next thing I noticed, and this is a topic that I want to cover, I'm gonna eventually, it's down the list, but do a separate stream dedicated to this only, and that's the arcade, the video gaming, and its influence, and its let's call it evolution.
Video
But
gaming. That's cool.
yeah, the it's one that goes under the radar when it comes to these kinds of discussions about mass media and influence.
Yeah, maybe not that much in today's like in 2020. I would say.
Hmm. You mean video games are not that popular, or not? They're not being discussed as much.
It's becoming quite obvious, like the
Hmm.
agenda they're trying to push, and it's quite distasteful for like gamers like me. Like I don't play games anymore because of it. That's one of the reasons. I think games have become like not that good as with everything else. But I
Hmm.
remember like in 2012, around 2012, around 2012, 2015, the video game industry it took a turn for the worse, really.
Hmm.
Before that, it was pretty good.
Was it the what is it?
The woke
The
agenda.
yeah. I'm trying to think. I think I can't. I'm having a brain fart. We call it. I just literally was thinking about this game, and now I just lost it. The whole stealing the cars and running around killing people.
Oh, Grand Theft Auto.
GTA, Grand Theft Auto. Thank
Yeah,
you. Yeah,
yeah.
that came
We'll
out around
see.
then.
What I think
That
about it.
yeah.
I like every game of that series. I don't have that much hope in the next one because they got rid of Trey Parker or he quit. So we'll see. I've gotten so disappointed by the video games lately in the last 10 years. So I just, I have no hope. Like I don't dare to hope when it comes to video games. We'll just wait and see. But I'm prepared for like, the worst. So
Yeah.
it's not important for me. So it's okay for me. Like I don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah, that's good to hear. I mean, all my students are always, playing video games. Even while I'm doing class with them, they're trying to sneak in playing video games, which I don't blame them. They don't have any free time. But anyway, but yeah, I'm coming from a time where I've got a foot in the era, let's say before the arcade games, before the digital games, where it was still pretty much only pinball machines, but not really. It was mostly pinball machines. Arcades, video arcades were new when I was a little kid. So I got to live through that kind of transition, a cultural transition, and watch the games evolve. And there was even a mention in this movie, in fact, a mid-'80s, 1984 movie, how the female that was playing the arcade game, she has the skills. It was going on. The line was to kind of highlight, hey, the arcade wizard, we called it, who can put in one quarter and play forever. Originally, that's how you had to be. Originally, there was no continue get so at one point you only put one quarter, and then you only got as far as you got, and that was it. You had to put another quarter to start over. Now
Yeah, almost like a subscriptions based. Play as you go, and it's very much like that today. Also, you have to pay continually in order to play the same, the maps that everyone has and the updates.
Yeah, and I gotta say, like early on, it went from that to now you can put in a second quarter and as many quarters as you want to continue from the point that you died, and that was in the arcade games. So, and then we had the Atari home consoles, And again, the first one, I forgot what it was called, is 20, I can't remember. At any rate, the very first one did not have a reset button. But then the second edition included a reset button. So now, again, you can die and then just hit the reset button and then you get to.
Okay, I get it. Yeah. So you could, continue having fun, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
There was a time when you could own like your movies, you can own the video games,
Mm.
but not anymore. You don't know
Yeah.
when the day comes and they suddenly just take anything off the internet, and you have no
Right.
access to it anymore. And that's yeah, I don't like that.
I agree 1,000% with that too as well. Yeah, that's another 21st century transition for everyone shifting to the cloud. That was in the 2010s, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm trying to address here like the whole how the video gaming, how it evolved and how it's impacted us in a very short time. We're talking about a half a century now, all in all, from transitioning from pinball to arcade to where we're at now with our mobile devices and everyone
Yeah,
playing
and
these
the
different.
VR and everything.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's
And those
moving
VR.
fast, and the cultural shift is moving even faster, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Like it
Exponentially.
felt like for me, like I was a gamer from the 2000s to 2010s, and for me, it felt like the rug was pulled from beneath me. It
How do you
was
mean?
that fast.
Okay, I see. Yeah, you're right. It's really hard to keep up with everything, all these major transitions these days. And so going back to the arcade, the 70s arcades, and there was this rhetoric. There was a lot of controversy, and understandably so, early on. Like, well, what is this stuff? Why are we playing it? Pinball machines already had thematically some issues going on. Pushing paganism and all kinds of things just on their displays, but that wasn't, I guess, that much of an influence, at least compared to arcade, where you are now kind of sort of more interactively manipulating a storyline. You're becoming part of that storyline. In fact, I remember being young and having a reoccurring nightmare that I'm trapped in a video game. When there's been a couple of movies made up in that kind of mindset.
Like Tron.
Right. So, but the excuse people were using to justify it was, well, look, actually, no, you're wrong. In fact, you can go play arcade games, and I'm talking about the classic stand-up machine video games, and you can practice or enhance your hand-eye coordination by moving the joystick around.
Right. That's the excuse.
Yeah, and so again, as an instructional designer, I've got to now ask the question, exactly that specific hand-eye coordination, what are you using it for? And now I'm realizing joystick, even though it was a double tundra already, I'm starting to wonder now, looking back, was that intentional by design or maybe not so much? I don't know. But as far as, yeah,
But
okay.
wasn't there like a social aspect as well if you had to go to an arcade?
Yeah, you mean like as far as its popularity, and if you're a good gamer, you're now in the in crowd, you're considered cool? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, like the social, you had to go where people met, like not sitting at home.
Yes. I wish I had a clip to show you from one of my favorite Christmas movies, Bad Santa. But let me see. I doubt if I can catch it real quick. Let me look real quick. But because it's significant, it's worth finding if I can find it. But I doubt it. There's no way anybody put this online. But I could be wrong. Hold on one second. Bad Santa pinball. Let's try to find that way. Have you watched the movie Bad Santa?
I'm not sure. Maybe.
Okay.
I heard the name.
Okay. Well, I stand corrected. Someone did it. This is Saturnine XTS. Let's see if hopefully I don't get zapped for this. Oh, here's one for only 16 seconds by Black TTCX. I'll do this one instead. 1 second. Let me do the 1,000 clicks here. Bad Santa. And I'll just keep it this size. Okay, here we go. And it's kind of low volume, but I got it low. All right, check this out. This is there you go. Yeah. This is around the turn of the century. This movie came out, Bad Santa. Oh boy. Oh boy. Sorry about the cursing. So what's going on here? She's playing pinball, and he comes along to show her how to play. And so, back in the day, part of your hand-eye coordination skills was using your hip to hit the game, the pinball, and try not to tilt it in the process to get the ball to go where you want her to go. And of course, he's molesting this girl. I'll stop there because I don't want to get, whatever you moved.
Yeah.
But yeah. Sorry, go on.
No, we get the point.
Sorry. Maybe I could have just stopped at the picture. My bad. But yeah, I mean, this is actually quite common in Hollywood. This whole pedo moments that are kind of slipped in that get popularized or whatever, or nobody addresses. It's baffling.
It's interesting you say that because I've been away from Instagram for quite a while, social media in general. And today I logged back in, or I installed it again on my new phone, and you come over like some quite disturbing stuff, man.
Thanks.
Like, very disturbing stuff. And like earlier, if you wanted to like see that kind of stuff, you had to like go through hoops and you had to do stuff like you had to actively like seek it out. But now it's like it's just out there.
Yeah.
Massively, and it's like I don't know what to feel. I get so angry. Like I told you like last stream, like I hope that everyone comes to heaven, but in times like that, I'm like, no, no, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand. Like and again, that's it's a struggle that I'm trying to fight. This whole not giving into the anger kind of thing, and yeah. We're supposed to love our enemies and that kind of thing, but it's they make it extremely.
It's so much, and it's so
Right.
openly out there. Like, why don't they like shut it down? Like, why do they let it happen?
Well, yeah. No, I was just going to say because that's what they want. They want us killing each other. Long story short, they want they want us to hate Jesus, and then the other want us to hate each other so much that they were ready to kill each other.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and that's why I don't. This argument about another very common argument is stupidity, ignorance. They don't know any better, which is an absolute absurd reasoning. Absolutely absurd. People that are that successful have some degree of intelligence. So to call them ignorant is ignorant. But also the money trail. If it was about the money, again, right now, we have the Captain Anti-America New World Order, and again, New World Order was the original title. It's a flop. Yeah, it's a flop. But they're lying about it. They're saying it made 100 million when it didn't. One source says nearly 100 million. Are going to
they don't
a little
care.
More.
It's not about the money for them.
Yeah,
it's deeper than that.
Yeah, I completely agree. And that's my point. Yeah, I mean this is a flop after flop after flop now.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean there's a couple arguments here. I get with not getting too much into off on tangent about BRICS and they're taking over, a hostile takeover, and that kind of thing. But yeah, obviously, judging by the fruits, obviously they still don't care about the money. They're not that stupid where they can't see BRICS as taking over. They don't care. For them, it's about the love of evil, obviously. All right. So speaking of that, let me bring up another racist point from the movie. It's okay to be racist if you're black for decades and generations. Well, again, with the comment, white people are strange, the weird white people coming into the bar. Another line, again, more of Color History Month propaganda. This movie was saturated with it, again, in the 80s, mid-60s, and the 21st century shenanigans. This line about, let me go back and premises. They were talking about, again, the line about how Africans built America. Those that are watching this later in the comment section, please let me know how you feel about that, about Africans building America. I know it's a line we hear a lot. And then the Europeans, this is my response to that. The Europeans made the United States America as we know it. The British won out as far as the United States goes. They won out the war against the Spanish and the French predominantly. Of course, there were others, the Portuguese, the Dutch, and so on, Germans. But, yeah, I mean, the Irish, the Italians, the Greeks came later as immigrants on the boat, as they say, indentured servants. But, yeah, to say that blacks built America, I mean, 1 minute mass media is saying that blacks did nothing but pick tobacco and cotton in the slave fields as slaves while they're being, abused. And the next are saying they built America. Is America only picking cotton and tobacco? If that's the case, then okay, you can make an argument for it. But isn't there a lot more to America as we know it than just cotton and tobacco
Yeah,
picking?
and it's not always all about America either. Like there's a whole world out there.
Right.
Like
I hear you.
Americans have a tendency to like focus on America, but there's other things happening too. Like there's been slaves everywhere, and people have been contributing to like the world, the progression of the world everywhere. Like the Chinese, like even the Scandinavians with their the navigation. Like there's all kinds of innovations.
Yep, I agree. Absolutely. And again, as a Greek, I mean, not only was I, as you said, between a rock and a hard place in the U.S., but a Greek, or I should say, Greeks themselves, as I've been saying over and over again, have had it for a long time from every direction. And yes, early pre-Christ, they were fighting with their neighbors, predominantly the Middle East. Especially well know about Alexander the Great. But yeah, they've been pummeled quite a bit, and to date, for centuries, they've been under slaves by the Muslims, the Ottomans, the Turks, and those Muslims get empowered. Turkey gets empowered by both the UK, but especially the United States. To this day, Constantinople, Istanbul, has not been given back to the Greeks. I know they say that the patriarch of the Fanar is Greek, but he's been under Turkish, Ottoman, Muslim rule for now over 5 centuries.
Yep.
And that has not changed. In World War II, they should have gave that back to the Christians. To the Greeks, they didn't. Instead, they built a state of Israel, and we're being forced into that dichotomy. I don't want to get off of that tangent. Same thing with the island of Cyprus, when the Jewish Henry Kissinger addressed the European nations in public in the 70s, when the Turks invaded the Greek island of Cyprus and still occupied, but now by the West considered a separate nation somehow, while they're in bed with the Turks and so on and so forth, and all the exploitation going on in that island currently. Anyway, I'm getting off on tangents.
History is very fascinating. Like it's a complicated thing. It's not black and white, like they make it so, like in the school books,
right?
And the media. It's
exactly
black and white there, but
yeah, as specifically anti-white. And just like in this movie again, they even made the aliens. The good ones were the black. The evil aliens were the white black business suit guys. Even the characters.
Right. Do you ever see like a movie like portraying like the black man losing to a white man? I can't think of any.
I mean, it's hard to say, but it seems like there would be. But from what we're seeing here, and again, I'm not specifically like pre-planning, like twiddling my fingers and like rubbing my hands and going, here's a good one. I'm going to show this one for this reason. To be honest, these movies are randomly picked. And lo and behold, here we are. I mean, this movie that you asked me why I showed this one, just because it was a superhero movie and you know, it was along the lines of Captain America. And you know,
Okay.
just
Yeah.
by looking at the picture, I could tell it was going to be more racist propaganda. I haven't seen this movie before. And lo and behold, it's saturated with all this crap.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like in every movie. I can't remember. I don't know about one movie where a white man is seen as a hero and the black man is like an anti-hero or a villain. Like I seriously can't. I've seen a lot
Yeah.
of movies.
I want to say there is, but honestly, it's hard to think of one. But I'm sure there's got to be. But yeah, so far, like we're saying, it's just
Well, there
exactly
are
the opposite.
movies where they are portrayed like bad, but it's quite obvious, like it's meant for a viewer to think that to take it as something else. Like yeah.
Right, exactly. Yeah, especially those movies that are building the trope of the evil white man dominating the
Exactly.
victim. Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah, but meanwhile, and again, Hollywood, in the predominantly Hebrew Hollywood, founded by Jews. Early on, they were making fun of the Chinese, the Japanese, Orientals, but mid 20th century, suddenly they're promoting the hell out of Asian culture. You know, including the Bruce Lee phenomena. You know,
yeah,
everybody's
right.
kung
All
fu
the
fighting. Yeah,
the martial art movies, and they are pretty good. I like those.
yeah, I do too. I was a big fan of the dubbed kung fu movies of the
Yeah.
70s. Yeah, but as soon as that scene, and well, that's all right. The scene where the alien is going in the bathroom near the end. He's going to the bathroom. We see the poster. Uh, Again, then the peripheral. They put in the peripheral. That's subliminal there. The poster of Bruce Lee. I was like, oh boy, here we go, kung fu. And that's why I was typing that comment of promoting kung fu this right here. And sure enough, they did a whole sequence of the kung fu fighting. Just said the best scene in the movie.
Yeah. And they
Yeah.
even did like that. Oh.
Yes, exactly. Yes. So, I mean, there you go. Again, so they were subliminally, they're employing it, they're placing it so it can be subliminal, one, promoting Bruce Lee and the whole Buddhist uh, martial arts kung fu culture.
Mm. Yeah.
And then dedicated all that money on production to do that sequence based centered on that fighting. So I'm bringing this up, white European, bad. Bricks, good. Orientals, good. Black,
I
South
mean, I
Africans,
think
good.
like if people like listen to us and they just stumble over like this channel right now, they're probably thinking like we're some two racist
Yeah,
bastards.
absolutely. Yeah, exactly. I know. And it's
Oh,
weird. It's
well,
funny. Yeah.
I'm
So
sorry.
go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'm just laughing, right? I
Yeah.
can just imagine it. Like the white
Yeah.
people inherently bad,
Yeah.
racist. I mean,
Yeah. Absolutely. Meanwhile, not only is what we're saying, or what I'm saying, I should say, I don't want to put you in the mix. No, I've got nothing but proofs that I'm showing people, and they can see for themselves and judge for themselves. If I'm wrong, correct me. I always say that time and again. Show me that I'm wrong. Not so much as a challenge, but okay, for educational dialogue purposes. That's what I'm here for.
yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, still, nobody wants to
How
touch us. It's too real. Sorry, go ahead.
how do you like change like if you know the leftist people, the liberals, they're like so hell bent on this ideology, you know? Like, it seems like there are difficulties like threading a line or see the spectrum here, like the gray zones. So how do you think that how can you reach those people? Do you think it's even possible?
Yeah, I mean, the one that's been made popular lately, and I'm thankful for it, is Yuri Bezmenov, who talked about communist Russia and the programming that he was part of there. and how he talked about the condition becomes so deeply ingrained that they're beyond reproach. There's no reaching them anymore. He's saying that you can show them obvious evidence that's undeniable, yet they will deny because of their schema, their forced or brainwashed schema, the way they now view the world. There's nothing you can say to them.
It's kind of like a sunk cost fallacy. Like they're all already so invested. Like so
Right.
to leave that ideology is like it takes away their world view, like the reality.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
And it's still not only that, but in addition to that, they're already preconditioned. They're inundated with arguments. They're drilled into their head that people like us, like you said, we're all automatically racist, or we're automatically stupid, or we're now the latest thing is we're all liars, right? You can't trust anybody. So,
Yeah, so you can't like
regardless,
negotiate. You can't even talk to them. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it's like talking to. I don't want to like generalize it, them, but most Muslims, when you talk to them, it's always the same questions about the Trinity, and Rebecca, like obvious lies and straw man tactics. So yeah, never ending. Now the Women's International Day is coming up in
oh Lord,
March, I believe.
can't
Are you going
wait.
to focus on that?
Well,
Them?
I wasn't, but now that you bring it up, I mean, it's ironic. If I'd known, I would have. Actually, it's kind of leading into it. Maybe it's okay. But yeah, again, Friday, I've got a Whoopi Goldberg schedule. Maybe I could have waited. That would have been perfect. At any rate, I don't know. I'll see if I can dedicate my time to prepare something proper for Captain America: New World Order, and do that Friday
Whoopi
instead.
Goldberg is special. She's special, man.
Yeah, and then followed up with Oprah Winfrey. So those two, that'd be perfect. Good from Black History Month to Women's. Is it a month or a day or what?
No, they only have one day.
Oh, thank goodness. Well, I have to look that up. National Women's Day. I remember that, but I just didn't get to
International
that.
Women's Day is 8th of March.
8th of March. Oh, all right. We'll see. I actually come to think about it. I'll see what happens. Either way, I'll cover it. Yeah. Thanks for the heads up.
Yeah, no worries. I'm looking forward to it. I have some content there.
So we can, yeah. What is?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is the label? The preconditioned label for us? It's what is it? Not woman haters, but what? Bigots, not sexist. Misogynist. Thank you. There you go. Yeah. You're either homophobe or you're
Like,
Islamophobe, misogynist.
all these slurs like chauvinist and misogynist and
Right.
racist. I've been meaning to
Anti-Semite.
wear it as a badge of honor lately because
Yes, I know,
it's on
right?
the right path.
I know the irony, and that's another trap I'm trying to be mindful of. I don't want to, I don't want to be careful of, being proud of slipping into that mindset either. It's a really fine line.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let me jump on to the drugs thing, which we saw a lot throughout this movie. Yeah, so there was the one scene where he was, I mean, it's kind of flip-flopping because we saw at the end he went to the white drug dealer in a corporate office. That's so common, right?
Yeah, he just waltzed in there.
Yeah, and Walsh is in there, but I'm just saying, like all the major drug dealers are in some kind of corporate office in New York somewhere. I'm like, come on, man. But anyway, but yeah, so there was some edification in that he like offs by using drugs, an overdose to end that tyranny, sort of, so to speak, and get revenge, like yay. But not that I'm promoting that behavior. I'm just saying in this context. But the rest of the film was really pro drugs. I mean, he was making drugs outside of the one kid overdosing. You're like, whoa, drugs, bad. But then suddenly, it's taking you down a Alice in Wonderland little sequence. So the whole movie was promoting every kind of drug popular in the 80s. The 70s, we had the acid, LSD. But
in the 70s, yeah.
And so even that was kind of maybe in that sequence that I just mentioned, kind of sort of included, because it was like hallucinogenic. So yeah, but then the heroin. So I don't know. At any rate, yeah. So they start out with the booze, and then we went to that sequence where you think it's going to be bad, but then you got the guy doing the drugs, and it's kind of funny. It's kind of cool. You got the Jamaican going on and on. Yeah, man, do this now, like even promoting pot.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and then the
They went
cocaine, like
through the whole menu.
yeah, the cocaine at the end. I mean, it's like cool. Hey, man,
It's so
have some
strange
coke.
that movie. I just can't seem like when you do like a school project movie, it has more meaning than that. Like, what was the? I still don't quite understand the moral of the story. Like I do, but still, it was just yeah, empty.
You know, you know what I think the problem is, Daniel, and don't take this the wrong way. I'm not picking on you. I'm just trying to illustrate a point here, trying to be funny. But the problem is you're trying to believe that there's some plot to this movie. That's you're forcing the issue. There's got to be a
Yeah, I
plot.
guess. I guess. I've just seen so many better movies that was like amateur, and this one, I guess, was a little more financed than that.
It was. I mean, for a low budget film, there were some little sequences that are like, there was some money still to be used there. It was just still poorly done. I just think it was they were so dedicated just pushing all these different ideals throughout the movie that the plot was a afterthought.
Yeah. Well, I have to go now, but when's your next live?
In a couple days, Friday. Yeah, it's probably going to be Whoopi, but I'm going to try to switch it to Captain America preview review instead.
Okay, you have a stay blessed, and I'll catch you on Friday then.
Thanks, man. Thanks for coming up, and God bless you. Appreciate you.
Bye bye.
All right. So yeah, and again, continuing this discussion about the drugs thing, so isn't it interesting how the drugs didn't affect? Of course, he's got the regenerative powers as an alien. But yeah, I mean, it didn't affect him. We had the scene next day where he's walking into a place and he's like making everything come to life, all the electronics by touching it, kind of like a Manic Monday scene. And then he gets paid for it. I think that sequence had that feel where it was like it was a next day kind of sequence, and yet promoting these things in the process. But also this idea of how drugs is being associated with a super being, and how he's regenerative and all that. Doesn't that sound eerily familiar to what we've just been put through during the lockdown, which is ongoing to this day? There's folks in the elderly homes and nursing homes that are being coerced, if not forced, to do the latest lethal serums or pills or one of those Pfizer pills. That's not a conspiracy theory. I've got family members being subjected to that. Look into it, please. These people need to be stopped. And, RFK, or whatever his name is, JFK, I don't know. That sounds really creepy. He's been appointed Secretary of Medicine or whatever it is, Secretary of Health. I don't know, man. I hope he actually does something. I'm not going to hold my breath. I mean, I'll be impressed if he actually puts Mr. Project Warp Speed behind bars, the guy who enforced the lockdown to begin with. But let me just say, when the facts were coming out, the libtards who were pushing the lethal serums and the muzzles and all that, where some of them were privy to the facts, to the whistleblowers, the ones that were working for Pfizer and so on, who created the serums decades ago. And these facts were coming on the internet. They were privy to that. Yet, they actually went as far as saying, "Oh, yeah, I know. They're GMO. They're altering their RNA, changing us, but they're going to make us mutants. They're going to improve us. They're going to give us healing factors." They actually believe that. I'm not making this up. They were conditioned to believe that this stuff would make them better. That rhetoric started circling around in response to the whistleblowers. What can you say here, man? I mean, it's a clown world beyond clown world. That says nothing. And when I hear clown world, I think of Rocket Raccoon, a 4-issue miniseries from the mid '80s, where these raccoons, if you see any of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, the last one, you see it more about the science involved and how the animals are, cyborgs and all that. And that limited 4-issue series from the '80s, the comic book, which I had copies of, and I gave to this libtarded relative of mine who spits all over me for being Christian. Doesn't think I even deserve a coat. Yeah, that comic book series put in perspective clown worlds, where the animals, these cyborg animals that are human-like, are taken over, and the humans are just brainless, stupid people that they have to take care of. This is their modernistic utopia in that miniseries. You might be able to find copies of it, or I don't want you to spend money on it, a free PDF somewhere online. If I get access to it, if I think about it, maybe that could be yet another project I can add to the very long list of things to do. But it's a thing that we need to continue pushing. It was because of our pushback a couple of years ago that they somewhat backed off. But we've become complacent. They're doing it again. Now they're killing chickens and so on and so forth. This stuff has got to stop. When you see someone muzzled, get them some psychotic help. Yeah, get them to a specialist who's actually going to do some good, and not give them Prozac, not push some opioids from Turkey on them. Yeah, that would be good. I mean, this clown world just does not do it at all. Here, let me ease up the mood here.
Am I right or am I right or am I right? Right.
Okay. The next thing, as Daniel mentioned, International Women's Day. I do remember that past couple of years. So retarded. Because they're all about being inclusive and equal and all that, and that's why they have International Men's Day. At any rate. So this line, just the facts, ma'am, it's one that I use regularly myself just because I like it. But ever since I've heard about this, this controversy about it being deemed sexist, just so retarded. So basically they're saying, well, the women in there are hysterical, and the men have to go in there and man speak to them and, calm them down. And it's condescending to say just the facts. No, they're just, what happened to art imitating life? Where all of a sudden the argument's out the window? Now that doesn't apply, which is quite the opposite. It's actually art creating culture, but let's call it art, quote unquote art, propaganda. But yeah, isn't it interesting how the mass media moonies, we'll get one for that too. The mass media moonies, the cyborg zombie goats. Isn't it interesting how their rhetoric all of a sudden changes selectively? In one sentence, in one paragraph, they're saying one thing, and the next thing they're saying the exact opposite. Absolute, extreme, insane doublespeak. It's psychotic, to say the least. Okay. Yeah, that's all I got. I've got some videos too that I was going to share. Let me take a look at that. Oh, yeah. Let's take a look at least one. The fruits of all this mass media conditioning. Let me do a couple thousand clicks here. Give me a minute. While I'm doing that, let me annoy you guys with this video. Okay, so let's call them Heckle and Jekyll. There's some controversy about these guys. I don't know what it is, but I believe it. They're always a bit suspicious to me because sometimes they go back and forth with their rhetoric. There should be no surprise there. So yeah, they've got this video of this behavior of a teacher in the classroom. Let me go back, because this one's completely different. This one's I'm going to use for a different stream coming up. Same video. Anyway, check this out.
And stood your back when they ripped you. You what? You say what? What? Are you serious? Treating me with that disrespect? Are you serious? Are you?
Okay, this is simply because some kid said something pro-Trump, and this guy's freaking out. How is this guy not in prison? Never mind losing his job. How is he not in prison? Being that threatening to a young child, adolescent. How is he not in prison? I mean, I'm sorry. I don't want a Emperor Trump. I sure as hell don't. I'm complaining about it. But they've pushed us to the brink where you're between a rock and a hard place. What's the solution? These people have got to be stopped. The law has to be enforced. Criminals have to be put in prison. That's what prison is supposed to be for. Not to indoctrinate people into Islam and then release them early. Again, hear for yourselves. And we see these kinds of videos over and over and over again.
Are you serious? Are you serious? If I could take back your letter of recommendation from college right now, I would. What?
Okay. I mean, so the student went from being the best student to suddenly enemy of the state, being treated horrendously like that. And he's going to take back his letter of recommendation. So he went from a star student suddenly, because he said pro-Trump, all of a sudden he's being treated like this. Again, is this teacher, never mind fired, is he been arrested? Or is he got counseling, as they say, psychological help? I had another one. I lost the place on automatic refresh. This is the problem. I should have just made a notation of the timestamp. It's a bummer. It's about the lacrosse scandal, the Duke lacrosse scandal. You know what? Let me just share the link and you guys can watch it on your own. But the facts surrounding that case, I mean, good gravy. It's insane. We could do like a separate watch thing for that. Maybe let me see how much time. You know what? I've got to get back to work again. I'm going on a second job. Really, this stuff included. I'm doing 4 jobs. I'm also trying to complete my children's books writings and get those published. I mean, they're complete. I'm doing editing on one, a 5th one working. It's halfway done. Anyways, I'm juggling a lot. So please forgive me. I think I'm going to cut this one. Let's call it short. You want to call it that? I mean, we're 3.5 hours in, so it's anything but short. So yeah, thank you guys for being here. Let me just say that again. Remain centered on Christ regardless. When you deviate from Christ, you're lost. You're gone. You've lost the game, as I say. It's game over. Yeah. Let me go all the way down here to that assets. Game over. As soon as you deviate from Christ. So, keep your noose. Yeah? Keep your noose. Keep your relationship with God. What they call grace, again, grossly misused. Grace is not just a concept of, okay, happy, joy. No. Grace is a synergy with God. You're in God's grace. His warm blanket, as described scripturally. When you deviate from that, you sever that relationship with Him. Well, it's hell on earth. And that's what they want. They want you to separate. They want you to be scared. They want you to fear, even hate God. The second thing is koinonia. Take care of each other. Koinonia. Such a significant word. It's even English. These are the 2 greatest commandments. Love God with all your being. Love each other like you love yourself. Hopefully, there's no self-loathing there. Hopefully, you have respect for yourself. And blessed are those who endure to the end. This too shall come to pass. Matthew 24:7. All right, guys. With that, I bid you go well. I'll see you hopefully in a couple of days for what may be Whoopi Goldberg, if not Captain America, or Anti-America, I should say, New World Order, or as they changed it just recently, Brave New World. Take care, and God bless.